have a motion to excuse absent members?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Been moved in second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against, same sign. Motion carries. Item 2 is the approval of the minutes of September the 2nd, 2025, regular call meeting. We have a motion for approval.
I so move.
I'll second.
It has been moved in second. Any discussion? Not. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Against, same sign. Motion carries. Item B is the status report and revenue and expenditure reports through the month of October 2025.
Good evening, everybody. Will Borowski, Golf Director. For the month of October, we saw revenues of $104,794.37, expenditures of $58,834.87, leaving us with a profit of $45,959.50.
Well, that's a good month. In fact, it's better than last year, so we started the year with a very good month. So going on to, do we have a motion to accept the report it's submitted?
Well, he's not done, is he?
What?
Well, do we need a separate approval? He's not done with this report, though.
No, for just for the revenues.
Oh,
I'm
Just for
sorry.
the revenues.
I'm sorry.
So I make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve.
Second?
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? None. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Against, same sign. Motion carries. Item C is the status report on the golf course, pro shop,
I'm good.
and the kitchen operations.
All right, thank you so much. Staying on the numbers, as we just discussed, a couple of things to go over here with you. In the month of October, we saw only 12 rounds more, but again, as discussed in previous meetings, not all rounds count the same. For the first time in the month of October, we exceeded the $100,000 barrier, which led us with a 105% increase. So as you can see the numbers there, in comparison, we have steadily increased the numbers one month after another. And so this past October in 2024 is my first fiscal year here with the city. So we did $99,844. So we've slowly increased it. One of our strengths for the month of October that led us to exceed the $100,000 barrier was that we had 6 months in the month of October, 4 of which occurred in a 5-day span. So Thursday we had an event, Friday we had an event, Sunday the 12th we had an event, the 13th, Columbus Day, we had an event. So that led us into an exceptional month. And almost all of those events that we had gift certificates associated with them as prizes to the golf shop, which led us to have record sales of nearly $32,000 in retail sales merchandise in the golf shop, which was $8,965 higher than the month of October, which was also a very good month.
Very good. Any comments?
One such event that we're real proud of that is our partnership with our bridge department. So this was the night before. Here I am with our bridge director, Luis Bazan, and his staff here with the bridge department. Freddie is right next to Luis there with Oscar Duenas, International Development. The gentleman with the glasses next in the photo next to me is the bridge director for the Mexico side. And then we had Assistant Bridge Director Luis Martinez there at the end.
Okay.
And here I am the day of the event, again with the Bridge Department. Fun event. Again, the staff is all there, plus more. Obviously, I didn't wear the correct shirt. You can see which one's me. So.
You didn't get the memo, huh?
Didn't get the memo, didn't get the shirt. They wanted to make sure that I was not part of the Bridge Department there.
They made sure you were outstanding.
Absolutely. So we had a great event with them. Bridge Department's fun to work with. A lot of good people there. This is their trophy, real nice there. You can see International Bridge is on the trophy there. gave out some great-looking trophies in the event.
So there was no money then?
Well, they gave out gift certificates to the golf shop, and
Oh,
that
good.
led to our fantastic retail
Oh,
sales.
good.
And, you know, we have a strong partnership with them. So we also, as you recall, we did the 500 Burger Day, the Trucker Appreciation Day with them. So we like to do events with the Bridge Department. I always try to participate in any functions that they have. We're a lot like the Bridge Department. We're about, you know, a lot of our customers are the same customers. The folks that use the bridge for their businesses also play golf. So we have a lot of similarities. At the end of the day, we're both fighting for market share, whether it's for the bridge or for our golf course, trying to drive revenue, whatever possible, to our general fund here at the city.
Great.
Some great-looking golf balls there, their logo on them. And the Startup Produce is the name of their golf event that they have, the Drive for Trade Startup Produce season. It kind of kicks off at the bridge on that Monday, and it leads us into Avocado Festival. So the bridge golf tournament is the day before the avocado celebration. And here we have a kind of a nice video here put together by our media department regarding the Drive for Trade. Mr. Martinez is not here, but he is seen in the video making a swing. Currently, we're hosting the Drive for Trade golf tournament in conjunction with our bridge department. We're really pleased to do this again for the second time. It's a great event. We have a tremendous amount of persons playing in a golf tournament today.
Pues muy contentos de estar aquí en el evento de golf, apoyando mucho al Puente Internacional de Pharr. En esta ocasión, iniciando la temporada del Produce de este año, con el pie derecho como siempre. It's about being out here, supporting the community, the events, and just have a great time. Get involved.
We're here with the whole industry, and not only of produce, but the whole supply chain for the produce industry. So we're celebrating with everybody here, businesses, service providers. We're working together to celebrate and expand on the start of the produce season. Bueno, pues qué más decir, estamos muy contentos porque mañana tenemos lo que viene siendo nuestro Festival del Aguacate, Avocado Fest. Es algo que no solamente es de la ciudad de Pharr, no solamente es de una industria, sino es para todos. Es un evento regional, queremos que toda la gente venga, se divierta, celebre con nosotros nuevamente que somos el puente internacional número 1 en la nación para cruce de perecederos. Y pues nada, una invitación para que vengan.
All right, yeah, that was a fantastic video by our media department who covered the bridge golf tournament we did quite extensively. Did everyone see Mr. Martinez?
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. All right, and then on Sunday, we did an event with the McAllen Elks Lodge, who happens to be literally right across the street from the city of McAllen's golf course. And here, I was really honored that they wrote such a beautiful letter. It's there in your pack, by the way, so it's there for you to be seen. You know, we worked with them closely. You know, them being so close to right across the street from the city of McAllen's golf course, for whatever reason, they were not able to have their event there on that Sunday. So more than happy to work with them on it, and I'm sure we'll see them again next year.
Congratulations, Will. I know that
Yeah.
you made a good comment.
Congratulations. That is unreal, man.
Made a good comment about your service and your professionalism, and it's a great thing to hear that.
It was a nice letter.
Yeah, it was quite an honor to have so many people from around the state come that Sunday for our event. So certainly pleased. Quite an honor. The mayor got the letter. I shared it with you, Commissioner, personally, and so just really an honor to have that. So.
Will, how much notice did you have that the tournament would be held there?
We were probably at least 3 months out.
Okay.
So it's just, you know, it fit in a great spot on the time frame. on a Sunday morning, just not, in October, just didn't see the traffic yet from, that we're seeing at this time of year. So it just fit real well. It was a really challenging week, those 4 events in 5 days. We'll cover that in a little bit, but we didn't have any electricity for the carts. So I'll cover that in a little bit, and how we managed to work around that was quite, Steve Mendoza, heads our carts, came through and kept the carts charged. So,
Good job.
Our GPS here, it works. They needed a cart for Avocado Festival, and we all saw what cart 64 was. It was down here at City Hall. So, pretty cool little screenshot off my cell phone.
They didn't keep it, right?
Well, no, in fact, we had to come swap out the cart. They took the wrong cart. They were supposed to take one of the previous fleet carts that we still have, and they called me and said, hey, look, our cart's not working, why not? It's all, said, you guys took the wrong cart.
I was gonna ask you, did it work?
Of course not.
No,
It doesn't work.
Do we have the 19th hole out there or something?
Yeah, but it didn't work, and the guys were quite surprised. They took the wrong cart. They took the first one that they saw versus going slightly around the corner to get the previous fleet. So, but no problem. They got a golf cart, so I was able to find it too. They couldn't get it off their trailer. The brakes and the engine and was completely shut off. So it's a pretty cool feature, knowing that how well it works. No, Carlos, you being on the Parks and Rec board probably already are aware of this, but in October we began a separation. Parks and Recreation Department separated into 3 separate departments. They sort of separated accordingly here. So maintenance, which encompasses parks, grounds, and buildings, is now its own department. We became our own department, and then recreation remained its own department. So we are now on our own, separate from Parks and Rec.
So Will, Mr. Chairman, how does that work when they come in to help with, right before a tournament, when you have those guys from recreation, or what is it, maintenance?
Right, yeah. I mean,
They'll
so
still be able to do what they do?
we're still Team Pharr.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's still the same process.
Okay.
Pick up the phone, request, and so it's just a way of trying to manage, make the Parks and Recreation was a big department.
Yeah.
It's just a way to try to help manage and make the numbers easier to manage, all the personnel in those departments.
Sergio still oversees all 3 of them.
Nope,
No.
no. Sergio is recreation. And so maintenance now is Isaac, his assistant, has become a director.
Okay.
So now he's in charge of maintenance, and I'm over the golf course. The golf course, we've always been kind of able to operate independently. We always have our own budget. So it was just a natural fit for us. So again, in the month of October, it's important to aerify the greens, and I felt that, and our golf course superintendent felt that we didn't need to pull the big cores, so we just needed the thin tine. These are much smaller gauged tines, and this is what it looks like, and it has some really good camera footage. That's why I decided to share it. We've seen aerification here in the past, but this is a great video that, again, Steve, one of our guys, he's an outstanding employee, did, and really showcases what aerification looks like close up. So go ahead and play it. All right, yeah, and that's Manny right there doing the aerification. And these are thin tines, and the greens recovered within a week of that, so hardly even noticeable. it's something that needs to be done. In the fall, generally, you want to use the thinner tines. In the spring, you can pull the large cores because the greens began dormancy and the golf course as a whole. So you don't want to be pulling thicker cores. Especially this time of year, you cannot possibly get a frost as well, which if you have your large holes there can really damage the root system of the greens. Again, aerification helps get air and water and sunlight down deep below the surface, which
When was that done, did you say? Will?
this was shortly after Columbus Day, so probably around October 20th.
Okay, no, because they look great. I was there 2 weeks ago with the Sunday players. I can't play, but I got up on the greens and they were beautiful.
So you were able to play before?
No, I've never been able to play. Attempt that play.
Right, and in fact, Miss Anderson brought up to a point, hey, did you aerify the greens? I said, oh yeah, we already done them. So it was so done
Yeah.
so well and so timely that it was hardly even noticeable by our regulars.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
I did ask.
All right, coming back to our pump here, month of October was great. We got our new pump installed. This is what the old pump looked like, which serves no doubt as to why we struggled the way we did. It was ready, and there's what's left, and our Public Works Department was kind enough to take this away for us.
Wow.
Looks like an old dinosaur.
A bunch of scrap.
How's the new pump coming along?
Right.
Your water areas?
Right, yeah, so we're gonna cover that right here.
Okay.
Kind of have some growing pains. If you recall, the last time we had a meeting, it was like, yeah, going through some growing pains here with it. And so here's part of our growing pains. And so this is why the bridge department in that stretch of 4 events in 5 days, we had no electricity. The new pump is terrific when it works correctly. And the reason it didn't work correctly was it had so much energy and output, it destroyed the transformer outside. So we had to have AEP come in and replace that. So we were several days without a transformer. It also blew out the circuit breakers inside the cart shed. Anything electrical was, we even heard the explosion. I was in Maritz's office. She goes, well, what's that explosion? It was like, so we went about 5 days without electricity while this got replaced, circuit breakers inside. Took a while because we had to coordinate between electricians and AEP to get everything back up and running and online for us. This is why our carts had no electricity. And I had to, for our bridge department, I had a contingency plan to bring in, like for the Mike Myers tournament, bring in a carload full of rental cars to make sure that event happened. But they got it up and running. We ran our banking tournament we had on that Thursday. We were using extension cords out of the golf shop, using the starter shack as a way to charge carts. We were monitoring all cart level batteries and trying to just keep everything alive. So to your point, Rocky, how's the new pump doing? Well, it does a lot better when we have electricity. It was like a really super strong engine. It had so much output and carried so much electricity that our previous infrastructure couldn't handle it, and it broke down.
That's understandable.
All right, now you have to watch this closely. It's not a very long video, but this is a before and after of the pump. This is hole 17, and the reason 17 has not produced the grass on that fairway the way you'd like to, you can kind of see this here. This is about the equivalent pump pressure of what you would have out of a garden hose. So go ahead and play it, and then it transforms into the current pumps on 17.
I saw those pumps.
Okay, I'm here on 17. Why is it bone dry right here? Well, that sprinkler head's not running, which it should be, and that one is running. So this dry area is not getting it. Okay, well, same spot, same sprinkler heads. What you can do with pressure, right?
Well, a quick question, Mr. You said last time that you had sprayed some or laid down some winter rye. Is it coming along now that we have the?
Right, so part of the problem is we laid the winter ride down when we got the new pump. pump went through that
That-
process there.
yeah.
We didn't have any water
So you lost.
to put on the winter rye.
Yeah.
So,
The
so we're going
birds
through the
ate it.
process now to identify sprinkler heads, and we're going to, we put winter rye in some of those bare spots, but we bought enough for the whole golf course, and it all went to naught because of
Yeah, yeah.
that
yeah,
accident
yeah.
that basically
Well, we
happened.
also had a whole bunch of birds that invaded the place.
Right, well, the birds, what happened was, is those
Oh.
birds had access to it because we were not watering it down to get into the soil.
Soak it, yeah, to soak 'em.
Yeah,
They had a
So-
regular banquet.
yeah, I mean, it was pretty much the same as overseeding, what you see up north, and what you'll see in the hill country and in Austin area where there's a frost, and so you have to really, really flood the golf course to get that to happen. It becomes very muddy. But unfortunately, we didn't get, this was an unexpected portion, the growing pains, as I would call them, of the new pump. All right, Mr. Salas, our Assistant Golf Course Superintendent, did a fantastic job of getting our fountains installed on 17. Here's both of them. So one of the unique aspects of this fountain pump was the partnership that we had to establish with our HOA there. They allowed us to draw electricity off of the mailbox station, which enables our pumps. Without that, wouldn't be possible. And so as a result, the pond is nice and clean right now, and hopefully we'll continue to see that, those fountains creating movement and generating a movement. I'd like to thank Mr. Benavides for his support that we saw from Lowe's and helping getting this all set up. And it wasn't just the pumps, it was the wires and all the other electrical instruments that were required to produce this result. I remember the day I went with Rocky and bought the stuff. So. I also like to thank our Public Utilities Department. Our electricians there were fantastic at establishing the connections. So one of the challenges that we went through is that we end up with a new golf course superintendent. He is going to oversee our golf course. He's also overseeing maintenance. So the question there was, is what happens now? Well, he oversees both departments. So he's also maintenance.
That's what I thought.
Right,
And-
exactly.
So what happened to Arturo?
Well, he resigned.
Okay.
Yep. So,
Just a question.
yep, absolutely.
He's a good man, Santos.
Yep. He's been, Santos has been at the golf course a long, long time, when it used to be Plantation Country Club before the city owned it. So he was there at the golf course. So he has a lot of experience there. He's a great crew leader, and he's on board with us as far as our plans and our vision and mission there. All right, this is our last video of tonight, and then if you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them. Mr. Salas is here as well if you have any questions for groundskeeping. So we're real fortunate that ARP reopened, and we got some of our ARP staff, and this is Maria, another commissioner. You've had a chance to enjoy some of her cooking there. You came 2 days in a row. Jaime, perhaps you as well. But she does everything by hand there in our kitchen. These are homemade by hand tortillas, as well as the salsas made by hand. We're not buying off the shelf or microwavable anything. So this is just a really cool video of her. She has several already made, and she's got her doughs here. She's rolling them, and just really quality product that we have in our kitchen. All right, thank you so much. Yeah, the kitchen opens up at 6:30 in the mornings right now. Again, we adjust our opening times based on daylight. Certainly in late October, when light until about 7:45, we would have them come in at 6 or at 7 actually, based on the light of the day. In the summer, when the sun comes up quite quickly, we're there by 6. So we adjust it accordingly.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I have, and you reminded me, Will, and I just remembered, that, are you sending out reminders to people that still have money in the kitty?
Yes, absolutely. So,
I had forgot all about, you told me and I forgot, so I put it on my phone. I'm going tomorrow.
right, so if you download, anyone watching tonight, if you download the Tierra del Sol golf app, you'll get my notifications. I try to send one out almost every day. I want everyone to spend their golf shop credit. I just got some new Ashworth in.
Cool.
They're beautiful shirts, so definitely take advantage of that. The amount of golf shop credit you have, Jaime, is enough to get yourself one of our beautiful new shirts. So, really, the fabric on it's fantastic. Really, some really good stuff that
Christmas.
Ashworth is making.
Good. I just, it just came to me. I said, I forgot that Will told me
Right,
at the
absolutely.
end of the year.
And our golf shop is extremely full with inventory right now. We have for ladies, we have the sleeveless, we have a regular polo, we have a quarter zip, we have hoodies, you name it, we have it. So it's really nice and full right now, both equipment, we have all the golf balls, we have a nice selection of men's and women's shoes right now. It is really, it's really there for our folks that are ready to spend their golf shop credit before the end of the year.
Okay. Do we have a motion for approving the accepting the report?
So move, Mr. Chairman.
I second that.
Has been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Not only in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Against, same sign. Motion carries. Any other comments? No, motion for adjournment?
I so move.
We have a second? Second. Has been moved and seconded. We adjourn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will.
Appreciate it.